Hello and welcome to Truly Timeless Failures, Episode 3. Because every failure in history started with good intentions. Ever wonder what happens when marketing departments lose their mind? Well, buckle up because this week we're diving into 4 stories that show you the most facepalm worthy marketing disasters of all time. First up, let's talk about New Coke. In the 1980s, Coca-Cola was feeling a little insecure about Pepsi stealing their thunder. You know, as you do if you're the market leader. So they thought, hey, let's change our 99-year-old beloved formula to something different. You know, as you do if you're the market leader. They launched New Coke, and guess what? People hated it. Sorry, that's an understatement. They didn't just dislike it, they revolted. Because spoiler, people hate change. Especially if you change things that were working fine for almost a century. The backlash was so fierce that Coca-Cola brought back the original formula in just 79 days. Turns out nobody was asking for new Coke, we just wanted some old Coke. Coke is a classic example of when in doubt, take something everyone loves and replace it with something nobody asked for. Like and subscribe if you like my smooth, non-AI voice as we move to the anti-Coke aka Pepsi. After the New Coke story, here's an even better one. Let's jump into the 2017 ad featuring Kendall Jenner. In a time of serious social protest for the Black Lives Matter movement, Pepsi decided that they had the answer to world peace. A can of Pepsi! Of course! Why did no one else think of that? In this cringe-worthy masterpiece, Kendall leaves a photo shoot to hand a can of Pepsi to a police officer at a protest, magically solving all the world's problems. The backlash was immediate and brutal, rightfully so. The message was tone deaf, inappropriate, trivializing real-world issues with people really losing it. Pepsi pulled the ad and apologized, probably while chugging their own product or their competitors, wink wink, to wash down the embarrassment. The Pepsi ad proves that sometimes world peace is just one sugary beverage away, a really socially insensitive and tone-deaf sugary beverage. Like the story so far? Hit that like and subscribe button as we move on to the McDonald's Arch Deluxe debacle. In the 1990s, McDonald's thought they'd class things up with the Arch Deluxe, a fancy grown-up burger. Like a big boy suit, but for burgers. They poured hundreds of millions into advertising, trying to convince us that fast food could be sophisticated. Yes, because gourmet and class is what comes to my mind when I think of McDonald's. Shockingly, nobody cared. People go to McDonald's for a quick cheap meal, not a burger experience. Just like when I go to the dentist for a toothache, not a tooth removal experience. Bad example, but you get it, smart and intelligent viewer. The Arch Deluxe flopped harder than a soggy Big Mac, and just like that, millions of marketing dollars went down the grease train. The Arch Deluxe proves that if your market research says keep it simple, just ignore it. Throw money at the problem. Works every time. Subscribe if you're hungry like I am after all this food talk. Maybe I should get some exercise. Which brings us to... Before we get started, a Peloton is a fancy exercise bike for really rich people. Just look up the prices. In 2019, they released an amazing ad. Picture this, a woman gets a Peloton bike from her husband for Christmas. She then films herself using it all year to thank him for the gift of being told she needs exercise. Of course, the internet went wild, criticizing the ad for being tone deaf, cringeworthy, and downright awkward. Who knew gifting a $2,000 guilt machine could spark such an uproar? Peloton stock dipped, and they spent the next few months trying to pedal back from the PR disaster. The Peloton ad is a reminder that nothing says "I love you, honey" like a daily reminder to lose weight. Like, share, and subscribe if you like the story so far. Truly Timeless Failures will return next week.